Hey, what's going on, guys? Dave with Wake Up It's Football. If you haven't already subscribed to the channel, hit the subscribe button. I also have my link to my Facebook page down below. Click on that, like that as well. But today, I'm going to get to the officiating this last Sunday. I know there's 2 more games tonight, but just as an overall whole from what I saw, I was not pleased, especially the Packers and 49ers game. Some of you know I am a Packers fan. There were calls that went for both teams that were just ridiculous. Everybody knows about the Randall Cobb punt return for a touchdown. There was a block in the back. Referees threw the flag and ended up pulling it back. Jim Harbaugh was not happy. Or was it John Harbaugh? I always get those 2 guys mixed up. I'm sorry if I messed up there. But point is, the referees missed that call. They missed it completely. That should have been returned. There were plays in that game. There was a false start by Staley on their offensive line for the 49ers. Blatant false start. Wasn't called. Pass interferences were very sketchy. There was very tight coverage at times that wasn't called. There was very loose coverage at times that was called. So I mean that to me is just, come on, that needs to get fixed. Not the 49ers, the Cardinals and the Seahawks game. Russell Wilson rallying the troops, marching down the field on the Cardinals. 30 seconds left, hands the ball off to Marshawn Lynch. He gains 3-4 yards. They want to call a timeout to stop the clock. They're about at the 10 or so, the Cardinals. They're about to score. And they call a timeout. The referees grant them that timeout, but they did not have any more timeouts. Cardinals are going crazy. Cardinals coaching staff is going crazy. And once a referee grants a team a timeout when they don't have it, unless they're trying to ice the kicker, they have to grant them that timeout. There is no penalty for that team. They can't be penalized for it. So they have to be granted that timeout, which they were. Russell Wilson went on for those 30 seconds, tried to score a touchdown, could not do it. Now, if the Seahawks actually won that game, there would have been a lot of controversy surrounding that game. It would have been on ESPN, would have been on a lot of other stations, being covered, being scrutinized. And before any of that happens, because that was close, before any of that happens, Roger Goodell needs to get on this, and he needs to get the officials back. Ed Hockley and those guys, they need to come back because it's not as enjoyable. I mean, granted, these referees were blowing calls. The actual referees for the NFL usually blow calls here and there. We need guys who are as professional as possible to coach these NFL games because these are professional. This is a professional sport. We need the professional refs, not these, second-hand refs from who knows where they grabbed them from. I heard there were bad calls in the Browns and Eagles game, lots of holding penalties. I was watching the Colts and Bears game at noon yesterday, and I know this is a simple, 5-yard penalty, but it was still obvious. It was an encroachment by the Bears defensive line. I think it was either Israel Donajee or Henry Melton, one of the 2 defensive tackles there in the middle. Clearly offsides, encroachment, offsides. Clearly. It wasn't called. Andrew Luck snaps the ball. Everyone's looking for a flag. There's no flag. Just simple calls like that. I mean, come on, it's the NFL. You have to. There's referees all over the place, and if you're not watching the game, then I don't know what you're watching. I just want the referees to come back before anybody has to suffer a loss or suffer something significant in a game that leads to a loss. That shouldn't have happened because the refs who were supposed to be refereeing weren't there. So, Roger Goodell, please get on this. Please. If you guys agree, disagree, have comments, throw your comments down below. Again, if you haven't subscribed to the channel, hit that subscribe button. You guys can still catch me on Facebook. Again, the link is down below in the description. That's all I got for you guys today. I'm out.